All right, folks, so we're going to talk a little bit about the South Mountain LZ. As you can see it right there, I am hoping for a thermal, and the wind is pretty much showing due south at 5, so I'm going to run this ridge right here, hoping I get something. And the approach, as you can see that wash on the west side of the LZ, you don't want to set up over that. Hoping I got some lift right here. Really wasn't enough to turn in. So you always want to keep that LZ in glide. You can see I got it with plenty of room right now. I'm just cruising along, varying speed bar when I hit sync like that, and then maybe off speed bar if I think I got some lift. Oh, that's Doug up off a launch out front, playing in the house thermals right where he should be, just doing awesome. I'm hoping I can get back up there with him. But if you look at this LZ and the wash, and you think about a good approach, it wouldn't be the way we're coming in if you were lower. I have plenty of altitude, but we don't want to set up over that wash. Okay, I'm hoping I can get something off this nub here. So I got some heavy sync, not that heavy, 300-400 feet per minute, speed barring through it. Still have good altitude for a little speed bar, just 30%. And I'm getting my butt over here to see if I can just get a nice thermal that's starting to track up the hill. I'll tell you the truth, I'm going to give a turn into just about whatever I get, because I'm getting lower, and that was plenty substantial enough for me to see if I can find where it might be stronger. Let it drift me a little downwind here. Feeling the pressure of my brakes and my seat plate. Still feels a little heavier on my right, so I'm going to stick with the right turn. Keeping that perfect amount of pressure, lots of weight shift. Just kind of getting into Zen mode. My eyes are on the horizon. I got nice even pressure. I'm pretty much just weight shift. And when I want a little turn, I give a tiny bit more pressure on this right brake, letting it drift me a little downwind to see if it's chasing down here, since we have a little bit of wind today. Got to keep my turn going. I think it might be right over here. I think we're going to hit what's hopefully a little bit of a core coming up right in here somewhere. Here we go. There we go. Kind of looking for the core on the upwind. I'm feeling a little bit of rat-a-tat-tat on my right and left, so I think this thing's just super tight and light. When I say rat-a-tat-tat, I just mean like my tips want to move if I didn't give them pressure. It's just telling me that. There's some air moving there, probably the edge of this thermal that's trying to form, and the higher I get, easier it'll get here. Again, heavy weight shift, searching for the core on the upwind here. It's a little bit of wind, so I won't search too long. Mostly all weight shift with a little bit of right brake, but a nice even pressure on my wing, because I want to fly slow in this lift, right? Not too slow, just down around my eyes my brakes are, maybe a little bit down to my chin, but I got a little bit of pressure on it. I'm down in that minimum sync area, so I'm trying to make this work, and so far it's working. So I'm going to keep doing the same thing. I'll keep floating into this core on the upwind side with even pressure, kind of letting the wing tell me what the thermal's doing. And then when things get a little stronger, I'll just pull that couple centimeters more of brake to slow down and start leaning my weight shift. See if I can keep working this little bit of lift we're getting here. Got the pilot visiting from Idaho there. Again, even pressure, keeping my wing a little pressurized. Keep falling out on the upwind side now, so that's telling me I'm probably not drifting downwind enough, right? So now I'm gonna let it drift me downwind, but kind of away from our power lines, back into this nice valley, nice even pressure. Seeing what happens with this lift. I can drift back here. I'm feeling a little more pressure on my left side now, so after this turn, if that keeps happening, well, which it's not, I might have tried switching my direction, but I think we're doing okay. We're going up, so we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, keeping my eyes on the horizon, letting this puppy just drift me towards the hill a little bit. But my weight shift is right now. I'm leaning heavily right so that I can initiate this turn as soon as I need to. Heavyweight right shift turn, chase it a little downwind, situational awareness, there we go, put me in the core, starts loosening up. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a turn. And since I've been falling out the upwind, I'll see about keeping this turn a little bit tighter this time. Keeping nice even pressure again. And look at this, we got ourselves a local joining me. See that red-tailed hawk? I hope you see that. I'm gonna try and get you on it. So now, I don't have to do a thing, man. I just gotta watch this hawk. He'll be caught up to me here in about a second and a half. Oh, he's right under me. Oh, he switched it up on me. Switching it up on me again, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up with him. Left again. Hopefully you can see him right there. Now he's switching it right. I chased him a little too far upwind. I don't have hollow bones, and he's probably just going up. There he is again. Leading me right to it. All right, the old hockey hawk took a little dive bomb to go feed, but he kind of told me drifting a little bit more to the west-northwest than I thought. So, just gonna kind of stick to that plan. Keep feeling this puppy out. I wouldn't call that a low save, but I'd call it lowish. Look at my track log later to see how high we were. Hopefully you guys are seeing all these pilots. We got one right here, looks like Doug maybe. Or no, that's Mitch. Mitch came in high and pimped the thermal I was in. Always better to pimp from above than it is below. Don't remember the last time I've seen this many pilots out on a Monday. At 3,000 and this thing died off, so I either lost it. I'm going to chase a little downwind, look for it now that I have comfortable altitude. We're both in just kind of neutral buoyant air. So either it broke apart or we lost it. I can see Mitch hitting a nice one. So we were probably just in the backside dribble of this thing, hopefully. Oh, couple hawks, people. Couple hawks. Check them out. Check them out. They're turning left, I'm turning left. Well, they left it, so I'll stick to turning right like Mitch was. It's the right thing to do. We got Will coming up. Yep, I tell you folks, either that thing was just forming or we were in the downwind dribble of it. Shows you what a friendly day it is. Mitch doesn't have gloves. Wondering how his hands are feeling. If you notice, I'm looking down at Will too. We're all good info for this thermal. He keeps falling out that downwind side just like we were doing at times. There's Will. There's Mitch. an eye on Will below me because the pilot on the bottom has the right of way. If he starts coming up faster due to whatever reason, I got to get out of this thermal on the upwind side, let him pass, and come back in. So once again, we're getting a little iffy here. We're only at 3,500 feet. I know we have higher lift out. We're not really at the inversion yet. So I'm always wondering, did this thing die off or did we lose it? So for me, it's time to start exploring a little, thinking about the next step. You can see Dustin Martin coming back right upwind of us to hopefully hit what we're in. Went that way. Looks like he's hitting it. I'm hitting sink over here. Trees back over here. Take a good look at South Mountain and the launch. Think about where the power lines are. It's a great view to study where the thermals might be coming up. The LZ, you can see Stephen landing now maybe.